Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are going to discuss about the next verse in Unmai, vilakkam, which is verse number 46. In this, it's a beautiful verse which talks about what is the state of a soul. We always, if you can relate with this, wherever we go, whatever we do, we need companion. We need some kind of a company. We say, hey, I'm going to a movie. Would you mind giving me company? I'm going for my lunch. Would you mind giving me company? I'm going for a drink. Do you want to give me company? For whatever it is, we ask for a company. Why so? Because human is a social animal. But when you look at our Saiva Siddhantham, it goes one level deeper and it says, guys, even before getting this body, you were not alone. You wanted a company and you always keep focusing on a company. Even after realization, you are not going to be alone. You are going to have a companion. Now, this particular verse, verse number 46, is going to talk about what or who is the companion for us. Let's look at the verse first. Thathuvangal ellaam சகசமாய் ஆன்மாவின் பெத்தத்தில் நிற்கின்ற பெற்றி போல் முத்திதனில் சித்தமலம் அற்றார் செறிந்திடுவர் என்று மறை சத்தியமாய் ஓதியிடும் தான். If you look at this verse, Guru is talking about 3 levels of the soul. First one is, even before we get this body, what happens to this soul? If we are able to relate with the earlier verses, we will have a clarity. Even before getting this body, we are there forever. It is not that God created us. No one created soul. According to Saiva Siddhantham, God did not create the soul. God did not create the life. It is there. It is an energy, and energy can neither be destroyed nor can be created. We know that, and that has been proven right now. So if you look at it, this soul is a form of energy. It can never be created. So it is there since day one of don't know from what period. It is there. It is there forever. Now, when you talk about it is there forever, when did we get this body? And why did we get this body? That's the next question we will be having. What happens to this soul is, it is fully hidden based on something called as ignorance, which is Arnava. Arnavam is something that is hiding the soul. The soul is a being which is always going to be happy, which must be happy. But what happens is, unfortunately, it is together with ignorance. It doesn't even know that it has a state of happiness, so it's just there in full darkness. God, what He does is, He looks at the soul and He feels sorry for the soul. He wants us to be happy. So what He does is, He is showing His grace on us based on the way how we can absorb the grace. It's as simple as, I'm sowing 3 or 4 seeds in the soil. Not all the seeds are going to sprout at the same time. Each and every seed, based on its maturity, today one seed might sprout out, tomorrow another could sprout out. It is not going to be in the same stage. Similar to this, life is also going to be the same way. Based on the way how we are receiving the grace, how much we have received the grace, this life is trying to get out of this ignorance. That is when God gives the bodies. We have already seen the 5 different levels of bodies. He gives each and every body, and the moment He gives minds, what happens is the soul starts grasping something. Whatever we have grasped, based on that, the physical body, the etherical body is given to us. So the physical body is given at that point in time, with which we are trying to achieve happiness. But in spite of knowing this, in spite of given this, we are moving towards the dirt, rather the ties, rather than moving towards the happiness. And that leads us to rebirth and so on and so forth, and we get into a vicious cycle. Now, once we want to break that, that is where we start even thinking about the concept of realization. That is where God comes and He gives us this realization. Now, there are 3 states or levels of achievement for this soul. The first level is when we are in full darkness, in the companionship of Arnavam. That stage is called as Kevalam. Kevalam means which is in its own state without any artificial or rather anything that is add on. So from a Kevalam state, we get into something called as Sagalam. Sagalam is the birth that we are taking. And who is our companion? What is our companion when we are taking this birth? Of course, the 36th Tattvam. If you look at it, I feel my eyes is me, my hand is me, my legs are me, body is me, the 5 bhutas are me. So we start talking and thinking that me and I. We always talk about, or we reference to the 36 Tattvams whenever we talk about I or me. Okay, that is the second stage. Later, we come into a situation where we want to achieve realization and we are ready to shed out this 36 Tattvam. That is the stage we reach the realization. And who's our companion at that stage? Of course, Shivam. Shivam is our companion. So, one thing which is very, very clear from this verse is the soul, life can never stay all by itself. It needs a companion. It needs a companionship. Either we were with Arnavam, we came out of it, now we are with Tattvams, we must come out of it so that we can go to the next level of companionship, which is Shiva. Such a beautiful verse, verse number 46. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.